You good?
Yeah, man. You hear me?
Yes, I. Yes, I.
I don't
Yo,
know if you see me because they make
yeah, man.
freaks
I
over my
see
side.
everything is good. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Big respect to Rafa, the heavy. Did I pronounce it correctly, Rafa?
Yeah, Rafa, it's correct. It's correct.
All right, good, good. Yo, I didn't even get a chance to play my intro for you, but just I just want you to hear my intro for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you see it. You see
Yeah.
it. All right, your camera turned around. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I don't know. It's freezing. Give me a
Oh,
second.
okay.
How about now?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, perfect.
I'll make it quick. Did the baby did your baby reach?
No, not yet. Anytime now, but not yet.
Oh my God! So she's still waiting.
Yeah, she's still
My
waiting.
goodness. All right. Listen, thank you so much for taking the time out. If people don't know, his wife is expecting any minute now. It could be he could get a call right now. So I'm not going to take long with this interview. It won't be very long. So thank you, and I appreciate you for
Thanks to
joining the
you.
live here. I appreciate that. I wonder if you can hear
Okay.
me. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's jump right into it. We're just getting used to the world is just getting used to heavy hammer sound. But where did it start? How did it start? And tell us what we need to know to get comfortable with heavy hammer sound.
Well, Eliamari started in '99 for uh, for some friends. We used to listen cassette from people like Firelinks, Mataran, all the way. In Italy, there was already a scene about dancehall music. We have One Love, for example, One Love Power and Bass Firas, other songs they used to play from already about a dozen of years before us. So we are a sort of second generation of sound system. And the reggae business is pretty big in Italy. Was really pretty. Was very nice. Not really big, but nice.
Right.
We used to have in those years most of the Jamaican artists, like from everybody, Capitan Bujo, were used to be in Italy at
Yeah.
least one time a year. So we started playing music. That's it. We are from
Okay.
a place in the south. It's called Salento, and it's famous for his dancehall scene.
Mm.
Once upon a time, Mataran said that is the Italian Jamaica for many reasons. Comparing to Jamaica, it's like the Mobile, the Flanker series, more like that. And there is a lot of sound system with real PA in those years, and nobody used to cut doublets really, just the big sounds at that time. But
Right.
we grow up with Firelinks, Mataran, of course, Mighty Crown, Jaro, so we used to listen to those songs.
Yeah.
So we start to build our sound and clashes and bookings, how the thing go. We,
Yeah.
we play all over Europe all the year. So
How
nowadays, I
did
think we have sound in Italy.
how did the clash scene really come about in Italy? Because when I heard about Italy, it was mostly just juggling dances, just people just enjoying the dance. But you took it to a different level now.
Well, the class scene in Italy, Italy is part of Europe. When
Okay.
you talk about class scene, you have to talk about Europe because one of the most important clashes in history has been Popo against Wallop. It's one
Okay.
of the clashes in Europe that set the standard. From Italy to go to Germany is not that far. I mean, it's like 2 hours flight.
Yes.
And matter of fact, most of our bookings are in Germany all the year.
Okay.
And we have a clash scene there is a lot of sound cutting dubs. We have a lot of sounds that have been famous and boasted also out of the European continent, like Sonic, like One Love, Sentinel as well. And
Mm.
those sounds used to tour. Doing a clash in Europe and like in Jamaica, sounds have to do both things. I mean, I don't know if you see me because I see my image freeze in my phone. I don't want to stop
No, you're
the.
good. You're
Okay.
good. You're good.
a song must be good in juggling, at the same time must be good in the sound clash business.
Okay.
Because when you go far in a booking for a clash, it's a chance to make your booking business grow up. I mean, sound like Sentinel were in the World Clash, and the week after they got bookings for the whole year. Because if you're in dubs, and we use also a lot of dubs in the juggling, is pretty normal for the European scene.
Okay.
Matter of fact, our spot in the summertime is called Mamanera Beach. We have a few thousands of people. It's a free dance it's a dance without any ticket on a public beach.
Yes.
We used to book everybody from Mataran, Black Chinese, just say a name and been there. Bobby Condas, a lot of people and sound systems. I think only Fire Links never came yet, but it's a matter of time.
Okay.
And when you book in a dance like that, you don't have to juggling. I mean, you have to juggle, but with the dubs then, because the people know the cassette, they know the dubs. And we have some songs that are dubplates for the Yamaha, are clash dubplates, but we juggle them every fucking night. It's like the anthem.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you don't wait for a clash to listen to the anthem. You listen every day, in the song.
Yeah. You know, Heavy Hammer now is, I saw you on the Jamrock cruise. I saw you in some War in the East in the 2018. You know, you're taking on some of the world powers that you used to listen to. I think like the Jaros and the Matarans and those things there. How do you feel that, you know, you're taking these sounds on that you used to bring to Italy or used to come to Italy? Do you feel you're in the same exact class? Because, and I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give a part B to that question because of, I recently saw you take on Poison Dart. So do you feel that you are fully strong enough to go in a one-for-one clash the modern way?
Well, if you grow up listening somebody cassette, in your heart you will always be a fan. You will never put you and your ear on the same level. But one thing I learned, and I learned it like 10 years ago when we did the first Rhythm Clash, that was the biggest, is that the War Clash for the Europe. And we won that for the first time for the Italian sound, beating Blanc Posse that was really hot at that time in the Trionficio one. I will never feel myself at the same level because I will always feel like the underdog. As a matter of fact, I will be always the underdog because we have a sort of, it's natural. You know, some sounds come from Jamaica, come from the motherland. We play reggae music. Reggae music is not born in Italy. We will never feel that reggae music is Italian music. We fall in love with a culture that is from the other part of the planet. Totally different. Yeah. We feel responsible because we have no internet radios in Italy, for example. So the world scene is based on the sound system culture. I mean, people go to the dance to listen reggae music. And reggae concert exists because there is a sound system scene. But at the same time, I always feel like a student by myself. My sound is big now. I mean, we have 8 people. Some of them live by sound every day. But I will not feel like I am on the same level. But I know, sometimes I've experienced in my life that I can give somebody some trouble for a few minutes, for a couple of hours, and those couple of hours is at a sound clash. Yes, we can do it. But it's a part of the game. Everybody can kill everybody. But to be like, I'm the teacher, and I'm a teacher now, no, I will never feel like that.
Right. You know, you're in Italy. I don't know how long it takes to travel to go to Jamaica, but how often do you have to present yourself in Jamaica to meet the artists and get dub plates, especially custom dub plates built? Or is there somebody in Jamaica that's working for you or with you to make sure you're up to speed, you have the correct dubs? Because you do voice original dubs on original rhythms and stuff like that.
Well, Salento is one of the poorest part of Italy. I mean, it's in the south. It's like Sicily on the other side.
Yes. Okay.
And it's a lot of immigration. You know, everybody, for example, like many people, my generation, when you come to university, you have to go outside and in the north. And I used to live in Milan. And Milan at that time was the capital, one of the capital of the reggae music. I mean, I could see Buju on the Wednesday, Capleton on the Thursday, somebody else on the, and Black China or Mighty Crown on the Saturday. And I built my studio. So I was doing the dubplate session with every artist. I used to meet the same artist many times during the year. Oh, so cool. We built a lot of relationships with the artists, with the entourage. And now we have, from 2003, cutting dubs for us is a job. Matter of fact, we have some partners in Jamaica, some partners in the UK, somebody in New York. So we cover the world. I mean, we can get almost every living artist, sometimes through a link, sometimes directly, because also we take our bookings. It's pretty normal in Europe and in Italy because we are a part of the family. I was not the man who used to book the concerts, but was part of the team at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not really I want to buy a duplets in Jamaica and somebody have to care about my duplets. I am the link for many, many sounds in Europe, as well from Japan. We are just established businesses, cutting dubplate business in the world, you know?
Yeah.
But that's make me listen a lot of dubs every week. And what I believe in a dub, that a dub must be good for an event or must be talk especially about a sound. So that's why we cut those dubs with that idea. Because if a dubplate doesn't generate any forward, it's a dubplate that don't have sense. Okay. And if you are in the business, you know that the free dub is something that is not real. I mean, if you work with dubs, it's like a job. It's like if I sell cars, I will never get a free car. No, a free car, for example. Or if I have a free one, it's the worst of the whole part.
Yeah.
The same with the Yamaha. We separate the sound and the dubplate business, but we have links in Jamaica. We have family in Jamaica, and we used to travel all the year long.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you, since you've been on the scene, were you the one in your sound system? Like, who started your sound system? Were you the one? Because you seem very, very in tuned to the history of reggae music, very in tune to the history from ska days to up. I notice in the back you have a lot of 45s, a lot of this. Were you the one that started?
Yeah, I started the sound. We started 2 people, then we are 8 now. And vinyls and reggae music history is quite common in Europe because first of all, we used to have a lot of foundation concerts in the past. Most of the foundation artists used to travel Europe and Japan all the while, more than traveling America, for example, or Jamaica. So for us to see, for example, a Rub-a-Dub concert with Lone Ranger and Sugar Minot was kind of normal in those years. And I've been lucky to get that because after 2010, this kind of vibe disappeared. I mean, the new youths, the people that start a sound now, they are not in that foundation and Rub-a-Dub era like we used to be. For the same reason, we used to listen a lot of cassettes from Jaro with live artists. And Addis, Downbeat, with Nicodemus, and this kind of artists.
Yeah.
And of course, every time we listen something, we ask ourselves where that music comes from. And we had in Italy, there were a couple of very important reggae shops. There was the one from One Love in Rome, and they had also the distributor in Kingston, Jamaica. They were responsible for the vinyl selling all over Europe and Japan.
Yeah.
In Milan, there was the next one called Jamaica. They are closed now, so the new youths, they don't know really the 7-inch shop vibe, you know. But we used to go there and really, not really be like in a school, but we really want to know which song, which artist, which vibe, which rhythm, who did it first. It's something that we keep asking ourselves. I am really don't know many things. I mean, there is a lot of people in Italy that could teach me a lot of things still. Yes. But I like this part of the culture. I really like it.
How are you because you're from that old school, because you're from that foundation era, how do you adapt to this new era with the new artists that are coming out? How are you finding that adaptive, especially when you know the crowd is getting younger? Your foundation dub plates, although they're powerful, they're original, they're great, but they might not have the same power punch that it used to have 10 years ago, right? How are you finding to adapt to the new school?
Well, I don't really consider IBM as a foundation sound. Matter of fact, I said we come from the second school, but we play dancehall.
Okay.
For our heroes are people like Firelinks, Black Chiney, Mataran. They don't used to play foundation only. You know, we play dancehall. And to play dancehall, you'll be up to date, you know.
Yeah.
So we have different selectors because as a sound owner, I always need somebody that can be in direct contact with the crowd. But at the same time, we are part of the People's Saturday. I mean, I always keep saying to everybody in the sound, we can have every artist on the plate, everything you want, you know. But at the same time, we are doing a really important part on people's life on Saturday night. Okay, right. Thank you. And that's it. We have to entertain the people, and we can do entertainment with foundation and with dancehall. Of course, the youth want to listen what they listen directly from Jamaica, but as well, a night is long, so we can play everything. It's just a matter of the people on entertained. You can let the new youths discover foundation and the last TJ, for example.
Yeah.
It's just don't be boring. You know, if I play 45 minutes of Altonellis in the middle of the night, of course I'm the wrong man at the wrong time. You know, but I can do a nice warm up and make the people. It's like when I used to go in the dances when I was young. At one time in the dance, I was like, yo, this tune is nice, really not big, nice. I want to know more. That's why the day after I used to go to the shop or online or YouTube and look for that. Okay, yeah. That's my goal, to make people interested in reggae music, not only in dancehall. It's a global thing.
Okay, so Raf, we have to go to an incident that just happened recently, and we have to talk about that because the world is talking about that. You were in Tune for Tune with Poison Dart, and Poison Dart played a Dennis Brown, and you said you weren't around when Dennis Brown was $50. That's what you said.
I said yes. But it's a really big misunderstanding.
Okay.
Let me ask you, Witz. What time is when the artist cut dubs for such a cheap price? When the artist do that? When the artist is growing.
When the artist is just beginning.
Exactly. That's what I said. That's what I said. I said I was not around in that time, so I can't play no D Brown. I will not diss the artist. I said I was not there when D Brown used to voice for $50.
I don't know. But see, I don't know D Brown to voice for $50. I don't know that. No, but
it's not D Brown. I mean, it's a global message. I mean, I can play Wally Paroma and Virgo, that is an artist, is a friend, for example. Because I know Roman Virgo for the very first song. My sound was there from that time. Okay? So in the next 20 years, somebody can say to me, yo, Rafa, you can play the first songs of Roman Virgo because he was there, but I was not.
Okay, so Rafa, don't you think maybe I'm not gonna stick up for you because it was a hard thing for you to say, but I'm not sure if you meant you didn't get the artist when he was earlier trying to, you know, break up.
Say that again, please. Say that again because the line cut off.
Okay, so I can't explain for you, but I'm trying to think that you're trying to say that when the artist was in the early stages of
yes,
that,
exactly.
but your words came out awful. It was awful.
No, I did it bad. I mean, it turned against me. I know that.
It was awful.
No, but there was a big misunderstanding.
Right.
Big that. I mean, I said it maybe not in the most clear way, but I was saying that I was not there when it was the D Brown days, because my sound came in '99. It was too late. You know.
Yeah.
So I was dubs in the early days. That's it. My talk has nothing to do with habits, and that's its internet, not by me. I will never say that. No way. We worked with any artist from any. I don't want to say no names, but I just wanted to say that I can't play D Brown because my sound was not there in the '90s.
Right.
Of course, it was a tune for tune. I mean, when a sound played D Brown against me, the only thing I can say is that, oh, I can't play that, but I still can play some tune.
So, but Raf, you know that Dennis Brown is one of the ultimate great artists ever. You know this.
I know, it's the Prince. Of course, it's the Prince.
Right. So
come on, I play music. I could never, ever diss D Brown.
Right.
I mean, it was, of course, it was Kirk's job to make me look very bad on that minute.
Yes.
It's a tune for tune, it's a work still.
Yeah.
That's why it was his job, and he did it very well. But he also said, come on, it's not Luciano, when I said the $50. And I didn't comment that. But it's part of the work. I said it bad, I said that don't clear, it's my fault. So in the tune fiction, I got a boo for that. It was online, no? I got a boo. Yeah. I just learned that an online boo can last many days, but it's part of the game.
Or for a long, long time, or weeks, or months. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know if somebody gonna play again D Brown against me. I don't know. Yeah. But my son is born in '99. I had no chance even to see D Brown in any concert ever. That's what I said.
Right. So, if there's anything that you would, especially to all the Jamaicans that are tuning in.
1 second. I want everybody to understand this.
Yes.
I said that I was not there when D Brown used to voice dubs in the early days. As a young artist. That I said. I said it bad, it's my fault, but it's a big misunderstanding. I will never talk about artist habits or artist problems. I didn't say that. The clash is online. Everybody can go there, press play, and see what I said. Mm-hmm. I just said that. I said, I can't play D Brown because I'm too young to be that, to have that dubplate in the box. It's like a sound that is born yesterday. They can't play Alton Ellis. It's the same thing. It's just a matter of time. But I will never, ever diss an artist of the music I play in my life. Of course, as I said, it was Kirk's business to make me look bad.
Yes.
It's true. It's the part of the work. So I will take the blame. But I will never, ever diss that. Is that a big misunderstanding? It was. I didn't mean it was a matter of time. My son came in '99. I had no chance to voice D Brown. Poison Darts came from '89, something like that. So for us, it's kind of normal to voice the artist in that time. That's why they have it. Yeah. I can't.
Well, let me just tell you, I can understand. It's a sound clash. I think that your explanation is solid enough that people just, we heard one thing, but we didn't analyze what was said. You know, some people can take it how they want to take it. Some people won't be able to
Yeah,
take it.
it's the clash. It's fast.
It's
I
a
mean, it's
clash.
fast. If I don't shoot the bullet in the right way, turn back against me. It's a chun
Yeah.
pichun. You know, it's not the first
It's
time.
clash. I understand. I understand. And we could, I think that you explain it, we can now move on from that and understand if, you know, and continue to listen to heavy hammer sound. It might turn around and bite you later on in a clash still. You know this, but, you know, it is what it is, right?
It's part of the war.
It's part of the world. Yeah, so it seems like clash is your forte. Heavy hammer, if I listen to heavy hammer sound, I want to hear heavy hammer clash. You know, are you prepared for the world to accept heavy hammer as just a clash sound?
It's impossible for us to be a clash sound only, because a
Okay.
clash is not something that put money in the sound every weekend. And there is a lot of people that want to listen reggae music every weekend. The sound is made to be in the crowd all the while. We're supposed to have a clash on the Easter Saturday in Amazura. It was the Sanfidel with us the night before the Poison Nut clash. I mean, 2 weeks ago. It was a Face Blast promotion. It's supposed to be with the Symphony and Black Cat with Panta, Bass ADC, and Ertrula. Of course, about the COVID-19 emergency, and that is cancelled. It is now scheduled for October. And we hope that everybody will be able to be in the clash. But we have already get booked for that.
Right.
So we're ready to clash. That's it.
Okay.
Clash is really part of the heavy hammer business. Because if we get exposure in the clash, we get bookings on the juggler at the same time.
Oh,
and
okay.
we love to turn any dance in a clash. I mean, in our spot, the Mamanera Beach, and you can go and Google. There is a lot of documentary about it.
Yeah.
We had, for example, Black China against Mataran. We had Copper Shot against Black China. It's kind of normal to turn a dance in a clash. Of course, it's not like the war clash. I mean, it's something to enjoy, let the people enjoy it. Yeah. But it's pretty normal to end a dance in a chun or something like that. So we are always prepared.
What's a dream clash for you? What is your dream clash? I ask everybody across the board this one particular question because I'd like to know if there's a promoter out there and it could make it happen. But what would your dream clash be for heavy hammer sound?
There is only one of my heroes that I never clashed in my life. I mean, I've clashed against everybody. The only two sounds I never clash. One is Rodigan, and the one is Mighty Crown. It's a matter of time. We reached that level, the war clash and things, when both were not anymore in those kind of Irish and Chin promotion. When I will clash those two sounds, no matter if I will win or lose, I can say, okay, I have been on the stage with everybody on my heroes at the same time. So I've been with Jar of Firelings, with Jamrock Cruise, Mataran. I fucking lose a clash with Mataran on the cruise for one single song. And, we used to listen to those cassettes. As I said to you in the beginning, we run a big song, we run a big business. I can't deny that. But in my heart, I will always be a fan.
Right. Right.
Maybe a dangerous fan at the right time, but we always be a fan. We have to keep ourselves humble. We learn it already from the history. Once we will not be humble anymore, the sound is done. No way. Because to play music, you know better than me as selector. So you have to be humble. If you're humble, you can communicate something to the people. If you're not humble, at one time the hate will be bigger than you.
Yes, understood. I understood.
It's the same told me many years ago in Italy before. It's all about love, you know. It's all about. I know it's so nice to say, but at the end of the day, we are making people dance and enjoy, and we can
Yeah.
enjoy anything with the AIDS.
Yeah. You know, I know I'm going to keep this. This is the one interview that I know I have to keep very, very short because out of respect for your wife who's expecting any minute now,
Yeah, yeah,
you
but
know,
take don't worry about it.
so, you know, I want to know, you know, you're in Italy and all we hear on this side is the heartfelt of what's happening in Italy. You know, I don't know if it's happening directly in your city, but you're in Italy, so you
It's
speak
everywhere.
Greek.
Yeah.
You know, how how bad is it really? Like this COVID, how bad is it? I really didn't want to, but it's not, it's difficult because you're there, you're in the depths of it, and you know, it's something we're all praying for you to everybody to make it. So how bad is it really?
Well, it's bad. A lot of people is dying. I have to be honest, I live in the south, and the south is not bad like the north. In Milan, in the world Lombardy, it's bad, and it's bad. We are discovering now for some reasons that are nothing to do with the virus. I mean, it's bad for some politicians' reason of some, it's like everywhere in the world. They took away the money from the healthcare, and then when the disaster happened, they are not ready. And the one who will die are always the regular people. So we have numbers that are really shocking because somebody has some faults for it. Now it's going down. I mean, I feel very, very bad to say it's going down because I'm meaning that it's not, there are not so thousands of people dying daily, but we have
Yeah,
only hundreds. It's still people, you know.
yeah, still
I hope
people. Yeah. I
will
understand
end.
what you mean.
Yeah, I hope we end very, very soon because there is a whole country shocked and everything is closed. A lot of people is losing jobs, and it's a disaster for everyone.
Mhm.
For who die, obviously, it's worse for their families, but
Yeah.
it's a disaster that is touching everybody. And I can see from internet is global now. So
Yeah, yeah, it's everywhere still. So we're praying for you and everybody around the world. I am, and I hope, you know, uh, this music, this music, and especially Instagram and stuff like that, has brought us all together. You know, how do you feel? Do you feel accepted by the reggae community, or do you feel like you still have a lot to prove to the reggae community about Heavy Hammer sound?
why you mean exactly? I mean, you mean clash wise or
Just in the business as selectors for Heavy Hammer, who cuts dub plates, who juggles, just in the whole industry, do you feel accepted, or do you feel every time
no?
you
I
go out, you
feel
always have to prove something more than anybody else?
well. I can tell you my experience. The first time I've been in Jamaica, the first day, it was like after years of collaboration with reggae artists. But the thing that really shocked me is that we felt welcome by a part of the community that had nothing to do with reggae business. The lesson we learned in Jamaica is that everybody is welcome. So we feel like we do our small part in the reggae business, very, very small part. But at the same time, everybody is essential. Of course, I'm not based this, for example. I mean, based this will always be a sort of national team for Jamaica. Now, some songs
Yeah.
from like LP or Addis in New York, they play a role in the world community that is not big like Heavy Hammer, of course. But I feel like Heavy Hammer in my area is big and is responsible for reggae music in this small part of the world.
Okay.
And when I feel that the artists them think about that, and I'm grateful. I mean, I do this for the love of the music. I mean, I could do any other job in the world. I mean, where I could spend my time playing football or whatever in the last 20 years. I play a music that is from the other side of it, of the world. I mean, if I find somebody in Jamaica that play Italian music, it would be funny for me, you know? But I do that, and I can have a chance to tour the world, even to play in the motherland. And I don't sound funny to nobody. That where I mean I feel welcome. People still give us a chance. They still book us daily, weekly. We have a chance to play in the most biggest sound clash in the world on the Jamor cruise. So yes, I don't feel a part of the business. I mean, I feel part of it. Maybe a small, very small part, but part of it.
Yeah. Is there a lot of Italian reggae artists, like Italian fully?
Yeah, and the biggest Italian reggae artist is living in Jamaica. It's Cal Alborosia. I don't know if you know it.
I know that. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. He used to be in a group called Reggae National Tickets when he was in Italy. We have a very famous band from our area that built the whole reggae scene in Salento, and in Italy it is the Sud Sound System.
Right.
And there are a lot of, we have some nice labels like Bizzarri Records, we have the Villada Post. There is a lot of reggae artists in Italy, and they are essential for the reggae Italian scene.
Right. Listen, man, I'm taking in Heavy Hammer, and you know, before we go, if there's something the world needs to know about Heavy Hammer, what would it be? What's the one thing that the world needs to know about Heavy Hammer sound?
What the world needs to know is that we play music for the love of it. We play music for the love of Jamaica, and we do it on the other side of the world. So one thing I want everybody to know, if they have a chance, is to come in Italy and see what the Italians do for reggae music. See how many people turn in the dance, how many people know the songs. It's not from Heavy Hammer alone. I mean, I'm a part of the history of Italy, but there is a lot of sounds before us, some famous sounds that people know already. Just come here, come in Europe, come to the festivals, come like the artists used to come. The artists know that. Sometimes the people in the internet, they don't have a chance to see new places, to see, like for the first time I've been in Japan, for example. I didn't know Japan was so deep in foundation, dubplates and things. It was a shock for me.
Yeah.
But you have to be there sometimes to see with your eyes. That's why I could never understand why some sounds were so big, even bigger than Mighty Crown in Japan itself, you know? Because we only know Mighty Crown, for example, because it's the biggest sound out of Japan. But there is a reggae scene in Japan that is nice as fuck. It's nice, it's big, people can play D-Brown in Japan. There's a people that play from 40 years. In Europe, we can do like that. I mean, there is a lot of people that is very, very critical. I mean, it's a part of the reggae business for a long time. So the thing is, come here. Don't judge by the internet. It has no sense. Come here if you have a chance, or go on YouTube and see what's going on. Ask to your favorite artist if they have been here, if they feel welcome, if they feel good, if their career is big now, and if the people understand what they say. I mean, not only as a words, I mean as a message. And see what they answer. Right. Because it's not going to help nobody. Help we always destroy it. That the lesson is old and repeat the long time. Yeah. That's what I want to say.
Listen, Raf, thank you. I appreciate you, man, a whole lot. I hope the best for you and your wife and your child that's coming, your rest of your family. We're praying for you around the world, and all the Italians. We hope for a safe recovery for you all. You've taken the time out to really be on here, and I appreciate that. Thank you. If some people want to accept the D Brown situation, he's explained it.
Yes, exactly. It's here. Thank you for. I'm not a man that really go online or talk the day after. I like the stage, but this time explanation was due because the wrong message has never to do with reality, and it has nothing to do. So there was just a business misunderstanding. We love this music. I just said that I'm too young to play D Brown. That's it. It was a war. I had to say something against the other one and his songs. Of course, it's not easy to counteract the Brown. And it was like a backlash against me. I mean, turn it on back. It is a part of the game. I got my boo for that. It's okay. It was a war.
It was a war.
Okay. Thank you very much for giving us a voice out of Italy, and respect for what you're doing. Okay.
Respect.